And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. This is Rob, your host, MegaShadowFist, like a video game, like a commentary. When we last left off, we had Will Powers amend his testimony to add this. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Let's go ahead and press this again. First, we asked about, well, I'm not going to read this because I already read it. First, we asked about, what was it, the killer's face, or I guess the butler, the bellboy's face here. And now what we want to do is figure out more. Probably the second option was Matt's tip. So, I wonder which one of the shocking moments I should ask about. Let's go with Unguard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? 'Cause he was paying him for the assassination! Anyway, would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash?! Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. Then that can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection! After saving, of course, because I don't know when the last time I saved was. It was probably right before we began the cross-examination to begin with. So without further ado, from save point. I almost went from chapter start like an idiot. Raise an objection! Although that wouldn't really matter that much in this part since we're at the very beginning of the thing. The defendant is a superstar! That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all the superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that roll of cash is not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was an assassin. Oh, hold your horses now! Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer. He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was the very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw the bellboy again later on that night. What?! Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. The second time. This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... You mean? Thank you very much. This is all we need to know for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy is truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. I think Edgeworth is stalling for time too. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Oh. I thought that, okay, anyway. This is no laughing matter! The second time! Cross-examination! Very good, very good. 1, 2, 3. Very good. I don't even... What are you talking about? Why are you quoting Sesame Street? I don't care. Wait, that's not a proper... Anyway. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. A likely story. And what time was it? Oh, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? I mean, who's really gonna pay attention to that? Like, oh, at 8:10 p.m. I went to go take a pee. No one cares about stuff like that. Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But, you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corita's room. Well, let's go back to this one. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Okay. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corita's room. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. And now let's go ahead and press. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? A valid assessment, actually. I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide or try to pull a fast one? There is nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement be supplemented with this new, or supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? That is his job. I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I pressed it specifically so that, just in case something like this would happen, because I knew that there wasn't anything suspicious about it, but you know, for story purposes, you need to do something like this, even if it seems unnecessary. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room completely empty-handed. I feel like this is what we actually need to press, so we're gonna press that last. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Please don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. What? What kind of family motto is that? Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know. Yes, but... You can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Oh, I don't like this. I want to be a fair person. I don't want to do stuff like this. Like, I don't like playing the bad role and stuff like this. It just feels morally wrong to me. Okay, I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Press. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Oh, I see. Juice. What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. Yep. I know that Phoenix didn't ask a question like that, but that's just adding a little style to it. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Alright. Yeah, so he had to be assassin, I'm sure of it. Oh, wow! Noel Power's voice suddenly changed, didn't it? I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Let's go to present. Let's think about this for a second, huh? Maya's Magatama, Nickel Samurai, press conference ticket, Lada's camera, magazine clipping, hotel guide map, that, wine glass, crime photo. Let's look at the crime photo. Okay. So, as you can see, there's a glass, there's a tray, because he left it there. Let's just use this. Let's see. Oh, well, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all... What the hell? Are you saying... What kind of straw man argument? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Okay, whatever. And he's falling for this too. What? Oh, this is so ridiculous. that is a straw man if I haven't seen one. Okay. Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The liquid is inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here. Anyone can clearly see that is the tray with the bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But, it was like, but, that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth! Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route! What is this? That's like, you think you're getting the bad ending in a visual... Well, I guess this is technically a visual novel, but I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy is empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed? What is that supposed to mean? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Oh, boy. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves! Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Ugh, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus, I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is... What is with you and sports balls all of a sudden? So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying... Come on. Okay. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Oh, come on, man. What is with these straw mans? Why is Edgeworth not getting on him for this? But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay! That was my normal voice. Witness testimony, their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on the mat's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then came back, and then back to my seat. That went by really fast, I didn't really catch it very well. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting. Oh boy. Ugh, what kind of crap, man? Why do we have to do this? I don't like this. I mean, actually, it is kind of fun. I mean, I can't say that I'm not enjoying this. This is fun, but I still don't. It still messes with me that we have to find excuses out of. I mean, that's what we normally do, but at least we're usually right. In this case, we're wrong. His name should be Phoenix Wrong, not Phoenix Right. Anyway, after leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky, spy-like... I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. He gave something to the person inside the room. I said, hold it! Okay. That's better! What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the person inside, ask about this something, don't ask anything. Ask about this something. He gave something to this person? Yeah. And what was this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed by the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely, what the bellboy did next. Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, then the old guy just left without even going to the room. He gave something to the person inside the room. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked the match door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. We're going to press the other thing later. What we're going to do is press everything else first, because I think that what we're supposed to do is press the second thing a second time to get as much information as we can. But actually, we'll do that in the next episode, because we're pretty much at the end of this episode. So yeah, we'll press this next time, and then that'll be that. I hope you're prepared, ladies and gentlemen, because if you're not, well... I hope you wax your butts, fellas, because things are about to get hairy.